Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you today? Okay, now we are going to do the group cooking class for the virtual retreat. And today, as you have received your recipe, we are cooking the chicken and apple sausage patties along with Ingrid salsa. All right, so let me just ask you to prepare your ingredients. Let me show the ingredients. All right, these are the chili flakes, pepper, salt, sage, garlic powder, coconut oil. That's what you need. All right, so we have a mixing bowl here. We have the plate with, well, I don't have parchment paper or baking paper, so I'm going to use paper towel anyway. You know, you get creative when you don't have something. And a pan to fry these patties. And then in terms of other ingredients, the main ingredients is the minced chicken. All right. According to the recipe, it's 454 grams. Well, just run it out to 500. We're good. 1 apple, 2 avocados to make the salsa. Supposed to be 2 tomatoes, but well, my daughter ate the bloody tomatoes, so now I am changing it to 2 capsicums. So if you have 1 capsicum, 2 tomatoes is good, but because my daughter ate the 1 bloody tomato, I'm replacing it with another capsicum. And we have the coriander, and we have the lime also to make the salsa. All right, so the reason why we're doing this cooking class is because for singles, you know, especially when you're brokenhearted, typically you tend to eat emotionally, keep going back and forth to the fridge, which is very, very common. So I can understand your problem. And however, I'll let you think about this, that if you keep going to your fridge to emotionally eat, instead of going out to do your walk, maybe around the block, or going to the beach, or going to the park, or going to the lake, you know, you won't see anyone else, you know, you won't see potential future partner, right? And so the intention for today's cooking, so you can cook a healthy dinner or a healthy lunch. So it's a kickstart of the new beginning. So you don't just, you know, go to the fridge to keep drinking the beer. Mind you, it feels bloody hot today. So I will grab something from my fridge. To cool myself off. Can you see? This is actually a face pad for my clients when they have massage. So I bought this new cooling, you know, gel sort of feel pad. It's really nice. You can put it in the fridge. And because right now it's so hot in Sydney, I'm going to put it momentarily on my head to cool myself down. All right, here we go to the beginning of healthy cooking / healthy eating. All right, so let's open our chicken and mix the chicken in the bowl. Plunk everything. So combining it with sage, cinnamon, and salt. Oh, I forgot. We need cinnamon. I have cinnamon. Here we go. All right. Half teaspoon of cinnamon.
I've got some fresh sage I'm going to be putting in.
Okay. So cinnamon.
The garden.
1 teaspoon of ground sage. This is cooking a la Ingrid. You know, instead of using the exact half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon, just use guesstimation. That's how I cook. I don't really follow a recipe. Showing the rebellious side of me. And salt. Some salt.
Salt.
I will put this down so you can see what I'm doing.
Cinnamon.
And then we will mix the apple. So 1 apple, we need to core it and finely chopped or grated. Okay, I better put my face pad back into the fridge. All right, apple, here we come. You need to be finely chopped. Core it. Finely chopped.
So let me just ask you quickly, do you want people talking or not?
Oh, talk please, yeah.
Oh, okay, great, yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know if we had to go. Oh, no, it's just Ingrid talking, or we could talk as well.
Oh, we can
That's
chat, no problem.
Yeah.
To make it fun, right?
Exactly. So do we keep the skin on or skin off?
No. Skin on.
I've got a feeling this is going to be better grated. I've got this really cute little grater. Look at this. It's a turtle. It's a turtle. Look, and it's got a thing. It's got a thing. We bought this at a market like 35 years. No, I haven't even known you for that long, or you bought it 35 years ago. It's amazing. Super duper. It's so good. It's so you get to see each other's kitchen.
So people, it doesn't matter if you're single or if you have a partner, you know, if you can't cook, you know, one of my friends today actually would like to join this cooking class. However, he got busy because of work. Doesn't matter. And I said, well, if you can create dinner for your partner, guess what? You will winning big points. So here you go.
Yeah, and as I just told you,
sorry.
As I just said to you, Ingrid, about my dad, who couldn't cook an egg when my mum passed away.
Tell Ingrid when we met what you cooked.
Oh God! And then it's interesting. Okay, so here's a heads up for a relationship thingy. When I first met my husband Uli, the first time we sort of like stayed together for the evening, I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to cook him a beautiful breakfast. So I cooked him corn fritters. And he goes, in Germany, we feed corn to the pig because he's Icelandic German. And so in Germany, we feed corn to the pig. So it went down like a friggin' lead balloon.
And you know what? I cook Andy for our, not first date, but for our first date in my home. I cook him chicken liver and giblet, Indonesian style. And he was like, oh, okay. He ate it anyway, but.
No, I remember you saying that when you came up here last time. This is what you had.
Last night.
Yeah, we had chicken liver last night. Actually, it's really good when you cook it. But I haven't tried giblets, to be honest.
To me, it's yummy and it's delicious. And I wanted to introduce him to Indonesian cooking. But Yeah, it's definitely not his favorite.
Yeah. So I suppose at the end of the day, what that means is that, you know, like at least in a couple relationship, you make that effort, and then the other person, if the other person recognizes that effort,
Yes.
then that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't hit the nail on the head.
All right, so now people will mix it. Mixing.
That's awesome. It's like it feels like because I grated the apple, so it feels like it's made it like a really nice consistency, which is good.
Yeah. So mine is pretty what you call rustic.
Chunky. Chunky, yeah.
Pretty chunky.
Yeah. So I think it's going to create very different outcomes, but that's good. It's good to have two different outcomes. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So later on at the end, we'll show off our results. Okay, so don't forget to add your sage, cinnamon, and salt.
Bloody. Ollie's asking, how's the aircon? I said, it's bloody amazing, mate.
Yes, in such hot day. I don't have the aircon in the kitchen, unfortunately. We have it in the lounge room or Harmony's room. Okay, now divide and form the mixture into 1/2-inch thick patties. Place on a parchment lined tray and chill in the freezer for approximately 10 minutes. All right, so with this recipe, we can make 8. So let's aim to make 8 patties. Like so, 1.
So Ingrid, tell me about this recipe. Where does this come from?
Right, so this recipe came from Shari. She is the health coach / weight loss coach for the retreat for the broken heart singles. So
yeah. So
comes from her.
That's nice. Yeah. So she's part of your broken heart singles team.
Retreat. Yeah. Because for the retreat, I have, whether it's virtual or in person, I have guest speakers. And for the broken-hearted ones, I have one doing health or mindset about, weight loss, one on money or financial planning, one on styling, to build that confidence, and then one on dating, because my people, even though right now they're single, but eventually they long to have a new loving partner.
Yeah, and also I've been hearing so much noise about the dating apps as well, so I'm sure that would be a really relevant area for them.
And
for
it's
people.
cool, Andrea, my guest speaker. She actually the founder of this dating app.
Oh, really? What dating app is that? What dating app?
Go Getter Dating. So it's dating app specifically for active people. So if you just want to sit on your bum and don't do anything, you're not the right person for her app.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's good to hear that somebody else is doing something better than what there is now. Yeah.
Yeah. So people, it's not just Tinder out there. There are options.
Yeah, and I seriously believe, the people that I've met over the years that have got together online, it's just like there's so many people. It's a fantastic way to actually be able to connect. It's like how we met, Ingrid, right?
I know, we met online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think my patties is a little bit big. I only make 7. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And
so
guess what? Andy and I met online or RSVP. So there you go. We are success story of a dating app.
There you go. Okay, I'm just going to pop these in the freezer. That's right.
Yep.
Freezer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, it's hot in here, Ollie.
You go outside now, it's like a sauna. Just look at it.
Okay, so I will put this in the freezer and I just washed my hands. Adrienne, can you set the timer for 10 minutes, please? Oh no, I can ask Siri to set the timer. Hey Siri, set the timer for 10 minutes. Oh, don't you love Siri? Just yell at him. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 10 minutes and he does it. Okay, now, whilst waiting for the patties to cool down and set a little bit, we will make the accompaniment of this dish, Ingrid's salsa. All right, so grab a bowl, and typically I like to have my salsa with a little bit of onion. So I have pre-chopped, diced, just a little bit of onion, like 2 slices. All right, so in the bowl, and open your avocado. And normally I like to cook for 2 days worth of food. So I don't have to cook, each meal I have to cook every time. It's just tiring, time consuming. I like to save my time if possible. So I cook a little bit extra.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's always really nice to be able to, even if you prepare a meal and you can have it in another couple of, not the next day, but the day after, then okay, I've got my lunch sorted for that, So
Yeah.
And saves so much money.
Yeah.
Instead
But
of going.
mind you, if you're single, okay, you don't shop as much. But if you follow this recipe, then you will have, a couple of days worth of food, especially if you're busy, it's not that you're single and you're doing nothing. You have a lot of things to do, like looking after the kids, working your business, things like this. Yeah. So cooking one meal at a time, it's just tiring, time consuming. All right. So I like to cook, to cut my avocado kind of like square. So you're creating that square look, and then whip it out with spoon. Okay. I like to cut it in the skin. So you score it like so.
Well, how about
be gentle with your pressure? Be gentle with your pressure so you don't, cut open your own hand.
Oh, Ingrid, what about taking the pip out?
The sit out, yeah. I normally just whack that and then.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
You do that and then.
Yeah. And then you turn.
Oh, look at that! It's amazing, eh? It's so cool. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Sometimes,
score it like
it's
so.
funny. Yeah, it's funny with these all these little things that people know that like we or you know, if you've done them forever, you know yourself.
Yeah.
Some people
And
go like,
then
how did you
you
do
go
that? You know?
across like that. You go across like that. All right. So one way and then cross like that the other way. And then you scoop with your spoon. So salsa is very, very easy to make. It's just a lot of chopping, that's all. So I'm cutting avocado number 2. So this one, the pip, just like that, right? Easy. Whoops.
I love, it's so good showing people tips, easy tips on how to do little bits and pieces that we just take for granted sometimes. It's really good. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So cut one way like so. And then the other way. Scoop it into the bowl. Healthy food, people, doesn't have to be boring. Doesn't have to be bland. It can be so colorful, vibrant, yummy.
Absolutely. That's so good. Don't they say the more colors that you have in your food, the more vitamins you're getting or something?
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
And avocado is so high in good fats. So healthy fat. Don't be afraid of eating fat. As long as it's the healthy fat, it's good. Now, tomato.
What do we got now?
Chopping the tomato. So,
tomatoes. Okay.
Yeah. Square again, or square-ish. My cooking is very rustic, so it doesn't have to be, very precise. I'm not a chef. I just someone that like cooking. That's all.
Oh yeah, you're an amazing cook, Ingrid. You're incredible.
Oh, thank you.
I've had the pleasure of Ingrid coming to my house already. I think you've been to my place twice, right?
Yes.
And so in the
And
future,
cook for you.
yeah, and in the future, this is one of the places that she's going to be holding a retreat to cook in our beautiful house, beautiful kitchen. I'm in the studio right now, which is a place we've built to be able to manage the house. So whoever lives here can manage the house, and then the lucky people get to retreat in the house, which is awesome.
Yes. People, they are building a new toilet, which is heaven for me, because I reckon they do need an extra toilet.
Yeah, you got them doing an extra toilet, Ingrid. That's astounding, amazing. And it's so funny because it looks like it's always been there. It's like really, it's so funny. It looks like it's just part of the furniture.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Anyway, it's nice. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, I've got my tomatoes and avocados done.
Lovely. Now, capsicum.
I'm just going to put myself.
Move on to the capsicum.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I forgot the capsicum.
Yeah.
The whole capsicum. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
Salsa is just so good and easy to make, and also lasts quite a bit because you kind of preserve it in the olive oil that we will put into it later. So it actually lasted quite a bit. And you can scoop it to add to your breakfast. You know, if you want to fry egg and bacon for breakfast, yeah, you can scoop a little bit of salsa on the side. It's just such a great accompaniment. And this chicken and apple sausage patties, I feel like they look a bit lonely on their own. That's why I add this to complete the dish. I actually think one capsicum will be enough for me because my bowl will not carry another capsicum, I think. So I think I will stop with one capsicum and one tomato. And now I am moving on to my coriander. So around about this much of coriander, okay? Of course, you wash everything beforehand. So chop it this consistency. So it's not too short, it's not too long, you know, this consistency. From the stalks to the leaves. Yep. Can you tell Siri to stop, please? All right. Now, after chopping the coriander, you put it in a bowl and you grab your lime. To get more juice out of the lime, what I like to do is I microwave it for 10 seconds or 15 seconds. That's how I get more juice out of the lime. Done. So now it's warm-ish. And let's cut half and squeeze into the bottle. No, not bottle, bowl. That's what I meant. So squeeze. Get all the juice out. So this whole cooking thing is supposed to take around about 30-35 minutes. So it's a quick prep for your dinner or lunch. So squeeze everything. Do you know what I like to do with my waste of lime? I put it in my dishwashing water. So I put it in my sink, and if you hand wash the dishes, this will add extra zing to the water. So love it. Okay. So now we add some salt into the salsa mix. And some pepper. And how much salt, how much lime juice, how much pepper, and how much chili from the chili flakes, it's up to you, up to your taste. right? Some people like super spicy, like I like super spicy, but my kids can't eat super spicy, so I'm being stingy on my chili this time. So everybody can eat it. And olive oil, drizzle with olive oil, okay? Just enough so you can mix it together. And now mix it. Now you can create various combination to this salsa recipe. If you like corn, don't worry about corn being fed to pigs in Germany. If you're not allergic to corn, like some people do, you can add corn. So we're just mixing it and tasting it. If you need more salt, add more salt. If you need more chili, add more chili. I'll taste. Just a little bit more salt. A little bit more chili. A little bit more pepper. And a little bit more lime juice. So a little bit more than just half of lime. I like it quite zingy. Depends how you like it. If you like yours, you know, mild, just use half. Add a little bit more olive oil. I remember watching Ellen in the Ellen DeGeneres show, drinking olive oil from the bottle. Apparently she loves olive oil. She actually drank it from the bottle. Wow. That is something else. I much prefer coconut water rather than drinking olive oil out of the bottle. Okay. Yummy, yummy. So that's salsa done. Woohoo! Look at the color. Awesome. And tastes good. All right. So there you go. One dish done. And now we're moving on to the patties. So get your patties out of your freezer. So it's more than 10 minutes now. Grab your pan and heat coconut oil over medium heat. So 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. Anything else that you're cooking apart from the salsa and the patties, Adrienne, tonight? My cooking buddy is occupied, must be. So just wait for this to get up.
I'm sorry, Ingrid, I'm just moving outside because I've got to cook outside. So I'm with you all the way, okay? I'm there.
Okay, super.
I'm just taking for a little walk outside to my barbecue. It's just amazing. I'm going from the air conditioning into, it's about,
Heat.
I don't know, it's about, 35 degrees or something out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is hot.
Yeah. So, but I'm just, no, shut up. He's like, close the door. I'm like, yeah. I'll close the door in a minute. Just a minute. So I'm just going to leave you here for a minute. I'm just going to go and get my pan. I'll be right back.
Okay. Talking about head, here I am with my massage face pad again as my crown. Okay, I'm going to cook it now.
So I'm back again. Here we go. Here we go. I like the sound of this recipe. I think it sounds like the apple with the chicken. Sounds really good. Can you hear me?
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, just the app. I like the idea of the recipe with like the apple with the chicken and the sage and
Yes.
stuff. You know? Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be really, like very sort of lean, like a lean meal. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you have good fats from the avocado and the olive oil, and then you get lean chicken mince and yeah, apple, just herbs and spices.
Oh yeah, and like
Very healthy.
As I'm like frying the patties up, it
Yeah.
smells amazing. Yeah, it's really really good. With the apple and the cinnamon and the
Yeah.
sage, it's got really nice a really nice.
So you start to flip it after cooking it on one side for a few minutes. Make sure that you cook it both ways through. So there's no chance of salmonella from undercooked or raw chicken. So yeah, as you can see, it's very, very easy to make. So if you're a single man cooking for love, this is one sure way to a woman's heart. It's so simple, only 30-35 minutes long, and you get, a meal for 2 days potentially.
And I tell you, just my input on, like, if you're coming home from work, or if you're a single woman and you're meeting up with a guy who says, look, I'm going to cook you dinner, and they walk into something that smells like this.
Yeah.
Looks great, visually looks great. You have a glass of wine on the table, a bit of, flowers or whatever. She's going to go, oh, well, I'm interested in this guy,
He's a keeper.
So it's really nice to actually
there's an old saying of a way to a man's heart is through food.
Yep.
But I disagree. A way to a woman's heart also through food.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's great because, like, even if you want to practice at home by yourself, you can, because then you're feeding yourself, and you're only upskilling yourself, right? Making whatever you can do better. And if you feed yourself and you go, that's really tasty, and you might go, oh, actually, I think I've got something here that Ingrid showed me how to cook, and I want to share that with you.
Yeah.
But, that would be something to consider for sure. And what does it take? I mean, you're feeding yourself. It doesn't take anything, Ingrid, does it really? It's like nothing. But apart from just a few extra ingredients and a little bit of preparation, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yes. So I just flipped it a couple of times. I just flipped the patties just a couple of times, not too often. Some people are not very confident in cooking. They flip and they flip and they flip and they flip, and then guess what? They turn into crumbles. So just wait. The gold is in the waiting. Just like when you chase a new woman or a new man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta wait.
Yeah, so this could be an interesting time to go around whoever's in the room and say, hey, how's it going? And how have you found it? And so I just came home from work, literally.
Yeah.
And it's been super easy and super simple because the ingredients are very, very basic, nothing technical, chop, 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 chop. And then, just mix it in and have a bit of, creativity and color, which makes it so easy. It's great. Yeah.
That's right. Yes. Okay, now I think our dinner is cooked. And another thing, what you can do is, if you want more protein, some people are very big on their protein. You can add a fried egg on top of that. Yeah. If you want extra protein, add a fried egg on top of that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's all cooked. How easy is that?
Yoo-hoo!
All right. Now let me taste. I'll use one for tasting. Yeah, definitely cooked all the way through. Mm. Yeah. It's
That's
a
good.
winner. I
It's a
really
winner.
like mine because mine is very rustic, right? Because I don't grate it. I like that chunks of apple in it. It's very different, but it's very yummy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, the reason I grated my apple because I just think yeah, I know somebody that doesn't like chunking into
Crunch,
stuff. So,
yes.
so it's also interesting. You could like with the relationship basis, or just consider what you like, but what do other people like? Yeah. So it's interesting, though. Yeah, but that's really cool. Very nice. Yum. Oh, yeah.
We can learn how to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
There's definitely one way to cooking. In this case, you can grate it or you can chop it. For someone that like chunks things like me, I like to chop it. Mm.
No. That's cool, but it's a fine thing, isn't it? But go for it. It's such a good. Oh, bravo! Beautiful.
How beautiful is
result.
that?
Simple,
All done.
easy.
Within 35 minutes, that's it.
Yeah.
So easy, so healthy, and there you go. Dinner is taken care of.
Oh, so well done. Thank you so much, Ingrid. It's inspirational and it's beautiful, easy, simple recipe. Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed that and go eat your dinner. Cool. Bye. Thank you.